builders warn of intensifying crisis in Ontario's housing market. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. In today's video, we're diving into a critical issue affecting Ontario's housing market, an intensifying crisis that has developers warning of even tougher times ahead. We'll explore the reasons behind the slump, the impact of high interest rates and rising construction costs, and what this means for future homebuyers and the economy. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss an update on important topics like this. Also, if you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Let's get right into it. Ontario faces a critical challenge in its quest to build hundreds of thousands of homes each year. Despite this pressing priority, the construction industry is currently experiencing a severe slump, exacerbated by a unique confluence of factors. While interest rates have historically fluctuated, the current situation is marked by the persistently high costs of building and renovating homes. This video delves into the complexities of Ontario's housing construction crisis, examining the numbers, underlying causes, and potential solutions. The current state of housing construction. In the first half of 2024, Ontario saw a significant drop in housing construction. Only 36,600 new units were under construction, a stark contrast to the 42,000 units recorded in the same period the previous year. This 14% decline is alarming, but the situation worsened in June, with a 44% drop in housing starts compared to June 2023. The construction industry's outlook is even bleaker when considering future projections based on new home sales. Developers typically sell new homes years before construction begins. These early sales figures are crucial indicators of future housing starts. Unfortunately, new home sales in June 2024 were 50% lower than those in June 2023. This steep decline signals a looming supply shortage in the housing market, expected to manifest within the next 2 to 3 years. Factors contributing to the slump. Several factors contribute to the current downturn in Ontario's housing construction sector. 1. High interest rates. The Bank of Canada's interest rate hikes have significantly impacted the cost of borrowing, making it more expensive for developers to finance new projects. Premier Doug Ford has criticized the Bank of Canada, suggesting that if interest rates were reduced to around 3%, housing construction would surge. While interest rates were recently lowered, the industry remains cautious about the long-term impact. 2. Rising construction costs. The cost of building materials and labor has surged, further straining developers' budgets. The stickiness of these high costs means that even if interest rates fall, the overall expense of constructing new homes remains prohibitive. This issue is compounded by global supply chain disruptions and inflationary pressures, which have driven up prices for essential materials like lumber, steel, and concrete. 3. Regulatory uncertainty. Critics argue that the Ford government's policies and frequent reversals have created a climate of uncertainty for developers and home builders. Planning and executing large-scale construction projects require a stable regulatory environment. However, inconsistent policies have left developers unsure about the conditions they will face in the future, hindering long-term planning and investment. 4. Approval delays and fees. The building industry advocates for faster approvals and reduced taxes and fees to spur construction. Currently, the approval process for new housing projects is slow and cumbersome, adding to the overall timeline and cost. Streamlining these procedures could provide much-needed relief and incentivize developers to initiate new projects. The industry's call for action. The construction industry is calling on the government to take decisive action to address these challenges. Industry leaders emphasize the need for collaboration between the government and developers to create a feasible environment for building affordable homes. Key recommendations include: 1. Faster approval processes. Simplifying and accelerating the approval process for new housing projects is crucial. This could involve reducing bureaucratic red tape, implementing clear guidelines, and leveraging technology to expedite reviews and permits. 2. Reduction of taxes and fees. Lowering development charges, land transfer taxes, and other fees associated with housing projects can make construction more financially viable. These savings can then be passed on to homebuyers, making housing more affordable. 3. Stable regulatory environment. Consistency in housing policies is essential for long-term planning and investment. The government must provide clear, stable, and predictable regulations to foster confidence among developers and home builders. 4. Incentives for affordable housing. Introducing incentives for developers to build affordable housing units can address the supply demand imbalance. These incentives could include tax breaks, grants, or subsidies for projects that meet specific affordability criteria. Government response and future outlook. the response from the Ford government has been mixed. While Premier Ford has highlighted the role of high interest rates in the current crisis, there has been limited clarity on specific measures the government will undertake to address the broader challenges. The Minister of Housing was unavailable for comment, leaving industry stakeholders and the public uncertain about the government's concrete plans. Despite the recent reduction in interest rates, the construction industry's concerns about high costs and regulatory uncertainty persist. Without comprehensive and coordinated action, the housing crisis in Ontario is likely to deepen, exacerbating affordability issues and limiting access to housing for many residents. Broader economic implications. The housing construction slump in Ontario has far-reaching implications beyond just the construction industry. The housing market is a significant driver of the provincial economy, influencing various sectors, including finance, manufacturing, and retail. A slowdown in housing construction can lead to reduced economic activity, job losses, and decreased consumer spending. The affordability crisis is another critical issue. With fewer homes being built, the supply-demand imbalance in the housing market is likely to worsen, driving up prices and making it even more challenging for individuals and families to find affordable housing. This can lead to increased homelessness, overcrowding, and social inequality. Potential solutions and strategies. Addressing the housing construction crisis in Ontario requires a multifaceted approach. Here are some potential solutions and strategies that can help mitigate the current challenges and promote a more robust housing market. 1. Public-private partnerships. Encouraging partnerships between the government and private developers can help pool resources and expertise to deliver more housing projects. These partnerships can also leverage government land and assets to reduce costs and expedite construction. 2. Innovative construction methods. Embracing new construction technologies and methods, such as modular and prefabricated housing, can significantly reduce building times and costs. These innovations can help address the high cost of construction and make housing more affordable. 3. Land use reforms. Revisiting land use policies and zoning regulations can create more opportunities for housing development. Allowing higher density developments, mixed-use projects, and repurposing underutilized land can increase the supply of housing and make better use of existing infrastructure. 4. Support for affordable housing programs. Expanding funding and support for affordable housing programs can help ensure that more low- and middle-income families have access to housing. This can include direct subsidies, rent control measures, and funding for nonprofit housing organizations. 5. Enhancing workforce development. Addressing labor shortages in the construction industry is essential for increasing housing supply. Investing in training and apprenticeship programs can help develop a skilled workforce capable of meeting the demands of the housing market. Looking ahead. The path forward involves addressing both immediate and long-term issues. While the government has a pivotal role to play in creating a conducive environment for construction, the industry must also adapt to changing conditions and innovate to reduce costs. By working together, stakeholders can overcome the current slump and pave the way for a robust and sustainable housing market in Ontario. As the situation unfolds, it is essential to monitor the impact of policy changes, interest rate adjustments, and market dynamics on housing construction. Continuous dialogue and collaboration between the government, developers, and community stakeholders will be vital in navigating this complex landscape and achieving the goal of building hundreds of thousands of homes each year. In conclusion, Ontario's housing construction crisis is a multifaceted problem requiring immediate and sustained efforts from both the government and the construction industry. High interest rates, rising construction costs, regulatory uncertainty, and approval delays have collectively contributed to the current slump. To reverse this trend, it is imperative to implement faster approval processes, reduce taxes and fees, ensure regulatory stability, and provide incentives for affordable housing. The stakes are high, and the consequences of inaction could be severe, leading to a significant shortage of housing supply in the coming years. As Ontario grapples with this challenge, collaborative efforts and decisive policy actions will be crucial in ensuring that the province can meet its housing needs and provide affordable homes for its growing population. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode on Canada Chronicles. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share this video with anyone who might be affected by Ontario's housing market crisis. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How are you seeing this issue impact your community? And remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you stay updated with our latest videos on living and working in Canada. Stay informed, stay proactive, and until next time, keep exploring the Canada Chronicles.